Yeah, we're gonna hit a little bit of everything. So we're gonna watch him pose a little bit. Get over on this side over here so you can see yourself pose. You're doing classic physique, right?
Yeah.
All right. Pretty good. Just go through your transition poses. Yeah, we need to open up the back even more. Yeah. That's a pretty good shot. Start from your relaxed pose and get into the front double bicep. Yeah. There's definitely limitations in the shoulder. There's some restriction in the shoulder movement there. Do you work with a posing coach?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I use Joey.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's pretty good. Legs need to pop out more. But you said you're feeling tight though, right?
Yeah.
You're just feeling tight. When's the last time you had a massage?
That was been with you in like July.
In July. That's like, let's just go 5-6 months-ish.
Yeah.
Around there.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, sounds good. All right, any questions for me? What we're gonna do? We're gonna start with the legs. We're gonna release tension off hips, go to the shoulders, and then go to the back. And that's what we're really gonna do today. We're really gonna focus on just opening up the joints so you can go train out there, whether it's today, tomorrow, the next day, because I know you're not gonna break up your weekly routine.
Yeah.
And then when you come in for your follow-up session, we'll relax the muscle tissue to get more blood flow.
Cool.
So we'll start face up. Relax, I'm gonna lift it up, okay? And we're starting right here, just because this attachment point actually works on 3 muscle groups that attach to 3 different parts of the hip.
Okay.
Just to improve hip mobility and knee flexion, we're just gonna start right here. Do that one more time. How'd that feel?
That was good.
Felt okay? That's not good rotation. That really sucks, rotation in there. We're gonna work on correcting that after we get to this leg, so we're gonna do it on both sides. So everything we did on this one, we're gonna do on this side over here. Switching into some gua sha. I like to use bone when I'm going around joints, when I'm gonna work directly on a tendon. Bone seems to work really, really well and give a little bit more pliability to the tendon for better flexion. It doesn't traumatize the tissue as much. But this is gonna set up for us to work on the center quad. and that guy stabilizes the knee to the hip, and that's going to allow better hip mobility. You're not feeling any pains though, right? You just feel tight?
Yeah, nothing too bad. My knees will get a little achy after legs, but
yeah, that's gonna come and go as long as you want to stay a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
so
that's what. Yeah.
Just make sure you do the right measures, like either icing, stuff like that. Make sure you stretch when you can. But this is gonna release tension off the patellar tendon, so you get better quad activation. Here. So these guys are going to say, I don't need to work anymore, and the low back is going to take most of the tension. So it's going to limit how much detail you get, the leaner you get, how you can pose, how you can move, also how you perform out on the gym. So this is just going to be a breathing exercise. So what I want you to do is take in a really big deep breath and then breathe out forcefully. Take a couple regular breaths. Another big deep breath, and then breathe out even more forcefully. I'm gonna push on the diaphragm. When you do that, see, we can even barely push on that. That thing is so tight. So, but we're gonna do that one more time. So just take a couple regular breaths. One more time. That one was a little weak, bro. It's okay, it's okay. Way more improved rotation. This was about the point of restriction. Yeah. I could do it more, but it'd be pulling on it. Here we can actually get way more rotation. Yeah. Inside and out. Feel that grittiness in there? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not gonna allow the muscle tissue to look as clean as it can. Even tighter and tighter, I mean, you get so.
What's a vacuum good for?
It allows them to look wider when they do certain poses, like a front double bicep. That rib cage is really going to expand and allow the shoulder blades to even move out even more. So it kind of gives the illusion of a V-tapered waist.
Okay.
So
if I flex my abs straight down, my obliques are like blocky enough where it doesn't look just like.
Yeah. I've always wondered why people did vacuums.
Yeah, you won't see people do it in like open bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Like you'll never see like Nick Walker doing a vacuum really and hold it. Not like Chris Bumstead, who will hold a vacuum and pose, and it looks like a very classic pose.
Gotcha.
What they call old school bodybuilding, because they have a very V-tapered waist.
Yeah.
So like Arnold used to do it.
Yeah.
And he was a big motherfucker, but his waist was so tiny. Now, open bodybuilders, now their waists are so big and blocky. You know, that they have that big extended gut kind of thing. At least some people do.
Yeah.
You never talked past the Olympia. What do you think?
I was surprised Derek took third. I had money that he was going to take first. So I was sad I didn't get to work on Andrew Jack this year. He's a cool dude. But overall, I thought it was good. Mike the Badass taking second in Classic Physique. I got to work with him, so that was a cool thing to see. But yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty good. Missy Truscott winning for the third time. Man, that was so cool. I got to work with her periodically throughout the year. So, all right, for the anterior serratus, we're going to go against the muscle tissue. Good. So just because this is very, very thick. It's gonna allow you to open up that shoulder even more with more ease. So we're gonna start at the bottom of the rib cage, follow it all the way up. How'd that feel?
Tickles a little.
It tickles. Now, we're always working on this in the direction of the muscle fiber, and that's a very common way to use it. But when you work on bodybuilders who are just, their muscle is always so stressed out all the time, and they're having some restriction in the shoulder, going against the muscle tissue will just open up mobility instead of just focusing on the muscle tissue itself in the direction of the fiber. So we're thinking outside the box because bodybuilding is such a unique sport. Into your relaxed position.
That's definitely easier.
You can fall into that just a little bit better.
Yeah.
From there, go into your front double bicep. Nice, nice. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Feels a little bit smoother?
Yeah.
And everything we did is gonna set us up for what we're gonna do on the posterior side. So, all right, let's start with face down. Now we're getting into the deep, deep muscle fibers here. They're very knotted in there. A lot of people just want to work on the superficial muscles. That's great and all. But when it comes to mobility, we need to start working into the deeper muscle fibers. You'll find that things are really tight, restricted. Again, our focus today is to open up mobility so he can keep performing in the gym, because he's still going to go to the gym no matter what. He's not going to rest at all. So we want to keep him moving. Here we're just doing slow compression on the hamstring with the flexed knee. It's just gonna allow the hamstrings to activate just a little bit better when they're in the stretch position. So we just wanna trick it just a little bit, that motor nerve function, so it doesn't feel so tight. If we were doing this while the leg was just still on the table, as soon as you flex that knee, you would feel restriction in the hamstring. So we're shortening the head of the hamstrings with slow compression. Good with that? Almost up. Around the back almost done. So we're gonna start with the low back. We're just gonna release tension off the connective tissue here. And then we're gonna work on a muscle. It's called the iliocostalis muscle. It's one of the paraspinal muscles, but it just goes right by that medial border of the shoulder blade. We're gonna clean out the medial border of the shoulder blade. Then we're gonna hit two muscles here. One that goes up to the neck here. It's called the levator scapula, and then that infraspinatus. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 parts here we're gonna hit. So the infraspinatus muscle uniquely is the most, it stabilizes the shoulder joint the most out of all 4 rotator cuff muscles. So it's most active during all ranges of motion. So when you feel stuck and everything feels too close in, this guy's gonna be the most hyperactive. And it's gonna get fixated a lot, so. And we're going against the tissue because it runs this direction. We're going right against it. I seem to get a better read when I do that. And it relaxes the tissue so much faster. All right, big guy. You are good to go.
Sweet. Thank you.
See how everything's looking. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. Just relax, take a couple deep breaths first. Yeah. Get into your relaxed position. Nice, nice. That even the quads are firing just a little bit better. Look that way, you. That back opened up so much easier than it did at the very, very beginning. The muscles didn't have a lot of pliability, so they didn't move as well. So again, in here, like, I'm not looking to see how he poses, I'm looking to see how the muscle moves as he poses. That's my whole objective. I'm not a posing coach, but I do understand how muscles need to move for the sport. So any LMT that wants to work with bodybuilders know the sport because they all have to activate the muscle tissue so differently when they pose. Hit that front double. Nice. See how everything just looks more? You can see all the detail just coming through. We cleaned everything right through here. We released tension off the diaphragm. So. Nice, nice. I think you fall into the poses just a little bit more easier. So that shoulder can now move and rotate as it needs to get the muscles to pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so the main goal today was mobility. Once we open up mobility, then I get this whole time I'm doing this session, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a read for what's really going on with the other muscle tissues that I'm working on, because we only hit on specific muscles that just will open up the joints so you can move better, perform better out on the gym, pose better. So when you come in for your follow-up session, now I know which muscles need the most attention. So now we can open up muscle tissue. So now there's more volume when you pose, when you train, when you push blood flow in there. And that's just gonna help the training for the prep to have a more polished look when you get to stage time.
Okay.
It's gonna be perfect. All right, big guy. Thanks for coming in, man.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
of course.